Everybody, time to play a game. Are you ready? It's a contest. Who am I going to pick? I'm going to pick, no, you've already played. Sit down. You've already played. How about you? First time guest. Do you want to play? Hey, what, you don't want to you're not kind of dressed for the messy thing? Okay, I understand that. Man, why is it so hard to choose somebody for a game or a contest? We're about to make that a whole lot easier right here on the Tuesday Panic. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Tuesday Panic. I'm your host, Paul Turner, and today we're dealing with the sometimes stressful subject, of who we're going to choose for our game or contest. Some kids want to play, some kids don't want to play, and so we have to come up with creative ideas for getting people involved and engaged and things like that. And so rather than just me talking to you today, I have a list here. I went to my friends over at Youth Pastors Only Facebook group, and also those who are in youthmin.org Facebook group, and there's a bunch of people who gave some great answers today. I want to talk about their answers, and then I'll throw a few of my own into the mix today. Let me just point out here, Matt Funk, he says he can get their kids to roll their tongue, and then also different ways of maybe how they fold their toilet paper. Some fold it, some wad it up. That'd be creative. That's ingenious. I'll also throw in there, maybe you want to choose kids based on stupid human tricks. Who could do the best stupid human trick? And then whoever does that gets to be in the contest. Hey, Benjamin Parker, thanks for sharing with me today. I love his idea because he takes he has kids put their phones in a basket, right? And says, look, if you put your phone in the basket, you take a piece of candy out, and later on, then you would play based on maybe what candy you chose. So example, if I take my phone, I say, look, I put my phone in there, and I take a Three Musketeers bar, Matt and Benjamin, I hope I'm saying this right, but then you would say, look, if you have a Three Musketeers bar, come on up here, you're going to play in a game tonight. And then whoever has it's completely random, and you don't want to hurt, when choosing kids for games, you don't want to choose, some people say, well, you have favorites and things like that. The goal of these is to have completely randomness. You can't control the outcome, so nobody can come back at you and say, hey, you pick those people, and completely random. And hopefully that's what some of these tools will do for you today, is help you kind of get the burden off your back a little bit of who you choose for these games. Patrick Fissel, hopefully I'm saying these names right, guys. I apologize if I mess them up. Patrick Fissel, he chooses second-time guests. He doesn't want to use first-time guests, which is a great idea because the first-time guest may not want to participate. So look, if you've been here a second time, you kind of know how we roll, how we do things. If you're a second-time guest, come on up here. We want to do a special prize for you. Barry Sullivan, he has some great ideas too. He says, if you brought a guest with you, so maybe you could do a tag team. Maybe you and your guest could play. So that's completely random. Also, you're saying, look, if you bring a guest, that kind of builds in that value of that. It says, look, if you bring a guest, your chances are you're probably going to play a game tonight and possibly win something. So if you brought your Bible, if you can answer a question about last week's message, man, any question, that'd be really good. Barry, those are great answers. Thank you. Jackie Kemp, someone who can recite any verse from the book of blank. Well, depends how hard you want to do it, right? Anybody that can quote a verse from the book of Leviticus? Anybody? Well, you might want to choose something like John or Matthew or one of the Gospels, things like that. Depends how much you really want somebody to play, right? Matthew Weidman, he goes by, he chooses people based on shoe size, whether your mailbox is on the street or connected to the house. That's a great idea. Also, the color of your parents' car. That's kind of cool. Or you could do make or model, or truck versus car, things like that. Definitely pick some people there. Also, Dan Isvanek. Dan, the junior high guy, I know you. Hey, color. He chooses color of socks, length of hair, birth date, longest name, shortest name. He uses any part or the 3 points of my lesson last week. That if you can name the 3 points, you can come up here and participate. And obviously, when you choose these games, you want to make the prizes equal to the value of what you're challenging them to do. So if you say, hey, we're doing a contest next week, you might want to bring a guest, and then the value of what you offer, whether you're offering an iTunes card or you're just offering a candy bar, make those make the way people participate equal to maybe what you're giving away, and that will grab some great value. Let me toss a few of my own ideas in there of what I try to do. One is randomness, kind of like the one I said before about put your phone in, which is a twofer, by the way. Kids get rid of their phones for the night, but then they also have an opportunity to participate. So that goes back to the value of the prize. What we would be willing to give up their phone for to get the candy, and then maybe be a part of the prize. But that also works, things like this. I just have these little stickers here, little stamps, and you can stamp somebody's hand when they come in and say, look, they say, what was that stamp for? Hey, none of your business. Just take a stamp, and we may call you later. But if you take a stamp, that's completely random. You say, look, like example, and I don't know why I bought these, but these are like sea turtles and seahorses and fish, and maybe the only thing I could find. But you might want to find cool stickers or stamps or something like that where there's a randomness to it, and you pick the 5 people who have, turtle stamps on them, and they're going to play a game. So whatever you choose to do with that. Another thing I try to do, and also in randomness, is I have a thing I'm doing this week called Duck Dynasty Night, and I have lots of contests and things going on. So I'm going to divide my guys and my girls one side and the other, so that all the girls can participate and all the guys can participate at some level. I'm going to take it and I'm going to just put stuff underneath the chair. I'm just going to put whatever contest I already pre-done, they're preconceived. But the goal of that too is that a bunch of girls get picked and a bunch of guys get picked, and they get to participate in those things that they would normally maybe get picked on if they were sitting together maybe, but you have an equal amount of girls and guys participating in those games. If you're new here today and you're just watching this, do you have a way that you use to pick contest people and games or ideas or thoughts? Please leave me a comment down below. We would love to collect all these ideas and put them together. In fact, at the end of the week, I'm going to be sending out some of these ideas. I'll put them all together, especially if you contributed today. I'm going to put together a little list of all the different ways we can do that, and you'll have something to draw from for your youth ministry. If you're a regular, thank you for being here. Leave me a comment below. Hit that thumbs up button. Let me know that you enjoy the show. And also, if you're brand spanking new, thank you for being here today. If you want more of these videos in your inbox, don't forget to hit that subscribe button wherever it is on the screen there. And so thank you for watching the Tuesday Panic today. I'm your host, Paul Turner, and I will see you next week. Thanks again, guys, from Youth Pastors Only and youthmin.org, Facebook. Love you guys. See you guys next week.